Hello weapon and history lovers! Are you ready to dive into the weird and wacky world of fancy weapons? Well, get ready to be amazed and have fun as we explore one of the most unusual weapons ever created. From the ridiculous to the absolutely dangerous, we've got it all. If you are tired of the usual rapid-fire machine guns and want something unusual, you hit the bull's eye. Steampunk cannons, an axe pistol, and even a future weapon that shoots radio waves. And in the end, you will find icing on the cake. Today, we will plunge into the world of unconventional weapons. Weapons that will make you exclaim, "What the hell?" But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm keeping you in my sight. What can be better than a 6-barreled minigun? That's right, his steampunk grandfather, the Gatling gun. An ordinary man had been assembling it on his own for several months. The frame is made entirely of aluminum and steel, and it's all held together by 1,300 rivets. It also has a rotary trigger, as it was in the 19th century. And to enhance the surroundings, the man made an imitation of steam using dry ice and water. Yes, of course, this is not a modern machine gun with thousands of rounds, but this weapon is no less dangerous with an automatic clip inserted into it. Are you a fan of stealth and quiet eliminations? Never take this pistol into service. The silencer will be here up to one place. But if you're thinking about how to pierce a tank, then I imagine the Thunder .50 BMG pistol. In 2004, an ordinary gunsmith, Janos Lakatos, introduced his single-shot cannon to the world. In general, it's hard to call it a pistol, because the 12.7 99 caliber is more suitable for large-caliber sniper rifles or the Browning M2 machine gun. In fact, in a real battle, this pistol is useless, except that you can scare the enemy with the noise from the shot. It was nicknamed Thunder not for nothing. The pistol is more collectible as the most powerful pistol in the world. I don't know who created this weapon, but he obviously had a complex because of something. Punts were large guns used for duck hunting in the 19th and early 20th centuries. They were usually mounted on small boats or punts, hence there is the name Punt. So yes, it is unlikely that you'll be able to shoot from it while standing. The punts were often over 10 feet long and weighed up to 100 pounds, with bores up to 2 inches in diameter. This made it possible to kill about 50 birds in one shot. One shot and your whole town is fed. Only I wonder how many fractions can be found in the teeth after dinner. They were so effective that over time they were banned in many countries, including the US and the UK, due to declining bird populations. They were even used during the First World War as a cannon, and the sound from the shot that came from it could damage nearby buildings. I'm not a fan of hunting, but I would like to shoot with such a gun. How many meters do you think I would have been carried away by the recoil of this gun? If you have the character of Squidward and you are tired of watching the annoying drones of the neighbor's children fly into your territory, SkyWall Patrol by the British company OpenWorks Engineering will help you get rid of the buzzing sound. The system uses a portable launcher that launches a projectile called a SkyWall network that locks onto a target drone in the air. The net is made of lightweight yet durable material that can tangle the drone and bring it down to the ground in a controlled manner. SkyWall Patrol is designed to be used by law enforcement and security personnel to protect against unauthorized drones in high-value areas such as airports, stadiums, and government buildings. So, if you want to become a drone tycoon, I hasten to disappoint you. And here is an example of a futuristic weapon from the Israeli company Corner Shot Holdings. It first introduced angled weapons in the 2000s. The corner shot consists of a camera mounted on a swivel bracket that can be attached to a variety of firearms, including pistols, rifles, and shotguns. The camera transmits a live video to a monitor that a shooter can view from a safe position, allowing them to see what is around a corner or over a wall before firing. This system is very useful for intense street fights, as well as close-quarter fights. I think for a Special Forces soldier, it will be a good gift. I can't even describe how fancy this weapon is. Revolver Knuckles Dagger Apache, the weapon of the underworld of the 1900s. It was designed by a Frenchman named Louis Daulnay, who produced very few of them. If you saw a thug in Paris of those years, I bet he would have this thing in his pocket. The weapon consists of a brass knuckle handle, which was useful in a close combat, as well as 2 folding knives. But most of all, this is a 9mm revolver, which did not have a fuse and a front sight to aim. Due to the fact that there was almost no barrel, it was necessary to approach at close range in order to inflict damage on the target. They carried it in their pockets and left the reel without cartridges, so as not to accidentally harm themselves. It looks like an older brother has appeared here, a German axe pistol of the 17th century. The weapon was intended to be used by the military and other dignitaries for personal defense and ceremonial purposes. The axe head is made of steel and has a sharp blade for a close combat, while the pistol is built into the axe shaft and can fire a single shot using a flintlock. Today, the Technic's axe pistol is a popular collector's item and is often used in historical reenactments or film productions. Now I wonder who would win in a battle, an axe pistol or a small Apache revolver? Honestly, this is some kind of a collection of dying light weapons. First, a brass knuckle revolver, then an axe pistol, and now, so to speak, for noble gentlemen, a sword pistol. This is a hunting sword of the 18th to 19th century, which was popular in Germany with officers. You can see the filigree engraving on the steel, before it was possible to carve a whole story on the sword and hilt. But the main difference from all ordinary swords is, of course, the pistol in the handle. Just imagine how surprised your opponent would be when in a close combat he saw a bullet flying at him. This is a very expensive weapon for those times, and for how much collectors buy it now, I'm even scared to think. Who do you think would win in the triple battle? Write in the comments what kind of hybrid weapon you would take for yourself. Here's another drone catcher, but it manages without nets. Yes, technologies are used not only in a peaceful way, but also in a military way. This gun differs from the previous one in that it does not physically shoot down the drones, but rather uses radio frequency interference to disrupt communications between the drone and its operator, causing the drone to either land or return to its starting point. Of course, it cannot harm flying vehicles like the Bayraktar TB2, but it can eliminate small reconnaissance drones. This weapon weighs approximately 7 kilograms and looks like a clone blaster from the Star Wars. What about a modern sporting rifle? Only not an ordinary one, but the most gigantic. The Fat Mac 950 JDJ is a custom-built firearm by American gunsmiths J.D. Jones and his company SSK Industries. The rifle is single-shot, so you can forget about the rate of fire. This giant weighs about 39 kilograms, and it has a recoil of a 120 caliber shotgun. In fact, this rifle is rarely used in our time, but it helps to hunt big game. This weapon is rare and very expensive. Most likely, even the biggest gun lovers will only see it in the movie The Expendables. It's hard to call this a real weapon because it doesn't really shoot bullets, and its cost does not rise above $500. This ArcFlash Labs EMG-02 is a full-fledged electromagnetic weapon, which is made using the latest technology and 3D printing. This is already the third blaster in our selection. I think that in a few hundred years, the entire list will include such weapons. ArcFlash Labs EMG-02 uses several electromagnetic coils that launch steel blanks at a speed of 75 meters per second. Of course, this isn't a serious weapon, and it isn't even close to conventional machine guns yet. But this is another step towards the future. And of course, you can show off such a thingy to your geek friends and shoot cans in the backyard. Well, as icing on the cake, the most inconspicuous Polish tank in the world, PL-01 concept. The PL-01 diesel tank is designed as a lightweight and agile MBT that incorporates advanced stealth technologies to reduce its visual and thermal signature, making it difficult for enemy sensors to detect. If you expected to see such tanks only in 50 years, then there's a surprise for you, a space tank. The tank has a modular design that makes it easy to customize and adapt to different battlefield requirements. It can be equipped with a variety of guns and sensors, including a 120mm smoothbore gun, anti-tank guided missiles, and a 7.62mm machine gun. The PL-01 crew consists of 3 people, including a commander, a gunner, and a driver. The combat compartment is protected by advanced armor materials and can be pressurized in the event of a chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear threat. I hope fans of tank games have not yet fainted from euphoria after what they've seen. Liked it? If you haven't yet digested what you saw and there's only one question in your head, what have I just seen? It's okay. After the Axe Pistol, I had the same feelings. Like and comment if you want to see the second part of this video. I think today, even non-fans of weapons were in complete admiration of what they saw. See you soon, and remember, guns are not toys for children.